Hello, welcome to R.A.T. News, which R.A.T. stands for Reading All the News. I'm Adam. Today we're going to be talking about The Flash, Season 2 specifically, and all the things that came along with that. To help us out with this conversation, we got somebody coming in with us, an expert in Flash. Bobby, thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me, Adam. Pleasure to be here.
Now, Season 2 of The Flash. A lot of things different happening from Season 1, for sure. A whole another universe of things happening.
Right, exactly. I mean, Earth 2, a whole nother Earth. I mean, just the first episode introduced us to a whole nother Earth with doppelgangers and copies of the people that we got to know and love in Season 1. I mean, it was, mind-blowing just to think that.
Yeah, I mean, the people that were from there and here, it's the whole multiple universe thing has always been a weird thing for me because how do you know the stories are kind of similar where they're in the same kind of place but not exactly the same kind of place? Like Joe's still in the police department, but he's got a different place, or a different role. So things in his life didn't change so much, but a little bit. And this is just another Earth, and we were also led to believe there's a bunch of other ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, not only did we have Caitlin Snow having her Killer Frost doppelganger, and then you had Cisco having his doppelganger being Reverb over there. You had Harrison Wells' doppelganger being super smart genius that never got taken over by Eobard Thawne. And then, that's not even getting to when he started jumping multiverses and crossing to Supergirl. It's a whole nother level of madness.
Now, was Supergirl present during the Flash seasons, the episodes? Or was that a specific episode that Flash came into?
You know what? That's one of the funny things is that, Flash crossed over into Supergirl's world. But funny enough, he never happens to mention it to Cisco when he gets back, that there's this super-powered hottie blonde over there that has even more super-powered cousin that's called Superman, where, like, metahumans are a brand new thing on Barry's world. Like, why wouldn't he bring it up that there is a whole world of super-powered people maybe we should get in contact with and can help us out? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the idea that there is another person out there, that's not one of those things like, oh, I ran into somebody I met from high school at the laundromat.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm not going to bring it up. Supergirl, somebody with super freaking powers that happens to be attractive. Yeah, that comes up. Okay, I feel like that should be brought up in the conversation.
Someone that can race him as fast as he was at the end there, too. I mean, they race, and she threw him fast enough so we can get back to Earth 1.
Right.
I mean, worth mentioning, I would think.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the Flash, we have somebody in the field. We got Maestro in the field who is looking for the Flash. Maestro, how's it going out there?
Hi, I'm actually looking for the Flash right now. Haven't seen any sightings yet, but we're very hopeful.
Okay, so no Flash. You're just kind of hanging out there by Star Labs, but nothing yet.
It's pretty cool.
All right, cool. Well, keep an eye out and let us know if you see anything.
Righto.
All right. Sorry about that, Bobby. We just had a report from the field, had to cut too. So.
Oh, no problem at all. I don't know if you noticed it, but it seemed to be real windy over there, lightning or something going on in Central City.
There's always something happening at Star Labs, I'm sure.
Right?
So anyway, back to season 2, the recap. We're also introduced to this character named Hawkgirl. What is she about?
Oh, geez. I mean, Hawkgirl spins off, pun intended, a whole nother series and leads into the Legends of Tomorrow series that DC was launching. I mean, with Hawkgirl, you bring in Hawkman, and then we also had the first Flash crossover of this season. Well, I guess the first Arrow Flash crossover of the season, because Flash makes an appearance in Arrow later on in the season.
Right.
So you have Hawkgirl, Hawkeye, Hawkman, and they take on Vandal Savage. And it's the first time you see these guys on the screen together, and that whole sort of, timeless battle that launches the entire premise of Legends of Tomorrow. Hawkgirl is pretty huge to just be introduced as a barista at Jitter's coffee shop,
All right. Now, we're also, a big part of season 2 is Jay Garrick coming in, who is as we're told, is the Flash on Earth 2. There's a breeze in here. Sorry. Can we close the window? Yeah, so Jay Garrick, who's Flash on Earth 2. And he comes in to the picture with his crazy hat. What do you think about that outfit that he has?
Well, that's the first, well, you know what, at the end of season 1, we get teased with a, that Flash helmet that comes flying through the wormhole sort of thing. So we get teased with the Jay Garrick hat. But I gotta tell you, that was a pretty big, mind F, on the viewers that that Jay Garrick that we're introduced to and learn to love the whole first half of the season. The mid-season break, the reveal, it's spoilers, you shouldn't be watching this if you're not caught up, that he's Zoom, the villain that they've been chasing that's been beating the crap out of Barry all season long, that he's actually the Jay Garrick that's been their friend. It was almost a retread of Wells' double cross of season 1, but even harder to swallow because Caitlin kind of fell for him. They thought he was a hero. But yeah, that was a big super twist, I thought.
Absolutely. And to find out that he is actually the bad guy in the way that we found out. And then later on, he ends up being killed by Zoom in a weird way. But anyway, speaking of him being a criminal, I got a report from the streets again. Another somebody in the field is going to give us a crime report on how things are going in Central City. Joseph, how's it going out there?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Joe Cholo. I'm coming from the streets of East LA, literally east of LA, because you know what? I'm not that dumb to be in East LA right now. Because right now, I'm telling you, man, the way things are right now, I just called out my X3 dealers right now. So that way, everybody could be stealing. You know what I'm saying? Because crime in my mind does pay. Okay? So just to let you guys know that right now, that there's cars, that there's TVs, there's people not at their home. You can just walk in there and start taking stuff. Courtesy of me, just mention them that Joe Cholo sent you from Crime Stoppers. Yeah, right, because I don't stop crime. I promote it.
Well, hold on. Are you encouraging people to go out there and be doing crimes in these times of chaos in Central City?
I do. I think crime does pay. I am taking, Bill, what's his name, Trump's advice that we don't do a lot of stuff. So I might as well, play along the part. So, crime does pay right here, Joe Cholo. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that report, Joe. Not exactly what I was expecting to get. Oof. But all right, so Bobby, back to you. Zoom's the bad guy.
Yeah, so that's where if we want to get towards what was really going on there is a build-up towards the finale. We saw powerless Barry for a couple episodes. So we had the introduction to Wally West. If anyone reads the comics, you know that Wally West is another version of the Flash after Barry Allen. So we have Wally West introduced as Joe West's son, who doesn't know that Barry, his kind of adopted sibling brother there, is the Flash. And Zoom ends up holding Wally hostage for Barry's power and says, I will kill Wally if you don't give up your speed. And Barry does it. So we have like 3 episodes of Barry having no power, gave it up for Wally. And, that was kind of interesting to see them kind of solve the problems like that.
Yeah, the way Wally West came in, he was the long lost brother of Iris, and he was doing his own kind of bad thing through his own life, kind of going through trying to help his mom, and then eventually the mom dies, and he kind of becomes more of the family. So, but at the same time, they're still keeping the secret of who the Flash is from him. And there's another breeze. Did we close that window? So, yeah. So Wally West eventually, towards the end here, we finds out that. Now we're talking down to the last scene of season 2, right before the finale, where Zoom comes in. Oh, by the way, Barry gets his powers back. We didn't talk about how that happened. So
they plug him in. They recreate the particle accelerator explosion, which mind-boggling. Like, how is that a good idea? It created all those criminals in the first place. But then you have Wally West and Jesse, I guess Wells is her last name, but Harrison Wells' daughter, who in the comics becomes Jesse Quick, another speedster, spoiler alert. They're both just happen to be at S.T.A.R Labs when they do the experiment to have, to give Barry his speed back. And then as the experiment goes wrong and Barry explodes literally into embers and flames, they happen to escape their little safety cage and get hit with the Speed Force. So I think for sure we're going to see some more speedsters in season 3. But yeah, Barry got blown to pieces. All that was left was his charred suit, and he then had a whole entire episode of communing with the Speed Force as like a conscious entity.
Speaking of the Flash, I got another report from the field. We got Maestro back out there, still on Flash Watch. Maestro, how's it going out there? You seen the Flash yet?
We're still looking out here. Yeah, I'm getting no signs yet.
Okay, well, I guess keep an eye out. Let us know. I thought our producer told us we had some news to cut to, but sorry for that, Maestro. But again, keep your eyes open, and we'll get back to you soon.
No problem.
All right. Well, that's pretty much sums up season 2. Then, anything else we should add about that, Bobby?
Just that the crazy cliffhanger at the end. Barry got his speed back. about to beat up Zoom and all that stuff. Zoom takes Barry's dad, holds him in front of him, and kills Barry's dad right in front of him. It was so cool. I was yelling at the TV.
Yes, I lost my mind too. Like, no, you can't do that.
Right?
By the way, original Flash. That's the original Flash. There was a TV series called The Flash. Back in the day.
John Wesley Ships, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and
totally.
he played the original Flash, and now he's the Flash's father, which is kind of cool. But then you see him die, it's kind of like, that can't be. No, right? No.
Nah, that hit me right in the feels for sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And that's pretty much how the season 2 ends. So stay tuned. We're not going to talk about the finale coming up next. Thanks for joining us, Bobby.
Oh, thanks for having me, Adam. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, Rat Pack Productions. Subscribe, like, hit all the buttons that mean good things. Go to our Facebook page also. Like our Facebook page, Rat Pack Productions. And send us emails, show@ratpackpodcast.com. Make sure you go to dromebox.com to tune in live for all the cool stuff they got at Drome, all the amazing shows.